right. What is up, nation? Welcome to the Light Bars and Lockers podcast, the Jeep podcast where we talk about badass builds, answer your questions, have awesome guests, and talk about ways to beef up your ride. As always, I'm Paul with JeepBeef. We've got Ryan Stoyanji from Combat Off-Road, and joining us tonight, we've got the entire crew. Well, I don't know about the entire crew, but a crew from Magnuson Performance. We've got Matt, Evan, PJ, and Dave all joining us tonight. What is going on, everyone?
What's up?
Party in the house.
Good.
Awesome. Yeah. Right on. Well, hey, thanks y'all for joining us tonight. I think it's gonna be a fun show, learning all about Magnuson Performance, and yeah. Well, you know what? Speaking of that, why don't we just get into it? Why don't we start, Matt? Why don't we start with you? Tell us, for those people not familiar with the shop, tell us a little bit about it and what y'all do at Magnuson Performance.
All right, so we're Magnuson Performance. We're a division of LaPorte Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located in LaPorte, Indiana. We're a 50-year-old Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Chrysler dealership, and Magnuson Performance is our performance division. We do crazy cool stuff with Ram trucks, Jeeps, Hellcat, Hemi, Demon engine swaps. We do some combat off-road stuff on our Jeeps. I mean,
yes,
you name it. Like, you want to do it to your Jeep or your Ram truck, we're going to do it. And as a matter of fact, we've branched off a little bit further than that, and we are right in the process of putting a Elephant engine in a Chrysler 300.
Oh, that's I was there a little while ago and I saw it.
We have no boundaries when it comes to, whatever your imagination can imagine, we're gonna build it.
Dave, I'm curious, what's your background like? How did you get into making these crazy badass machines?
Well, I never thought I would. This is all basically, I've been here for 9 years, and before that,
Matt just keeps signing his name on contract. He's like, oh,
yeah. We can do that, no problem.
So, yeah, that's not so. But yeah, I've been doing Chrysler for over 17 years now, and when being here for 9, me and him connected. I've always loved cars, always been into cars, but never been this far into them, and we kind of pushed ourselves towards it, and he kind of just said, do it, and I did it.
Kind of like PJ said, we just said, we need to build this. And then Dave looks at us funny and sideways, and we're like, all right, man, we'll see you in like a month or so when it's ready, right? Like, I go, just give us the parts list, and we'll see you in a little bit. And
that kind of just started to happen.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Did y'all have a really good story of like your most memorable build, like something y'all worked on and just either crushed it or had like a crazy good story you can share with us?
I mean, I can share. So my daily is a Wrangler Rubicon with the Demon engine in it, and it's got a long sort of history. It wasn't our first build, but it was one of the first 5 or 6 builds. But I bought it and it was wrecked, and I bought it because it was COVID, and as you know, not many people were coming into the service shop to get their oil changed and their brakes done and shit like that. At the height of COVID, when everybody was scared, like the population is going to get wiped out and shit. So looking down the shop at Dave, and he's kind of just sitting there. I'm like, shit, man, I got to do something to get him busy again and going. So I was like, well, I'm going to go on Copart. I'm going to find a Jeep, and we're going to do something nuts. And so we did. And at first, it had a 6.4 in it, and he built it, and it was good because he had a lot of idle time, and I didn't want him to be idle, obviously. He's got a family to feed and whatnot. So we did the Jeep, and it turned out spectacular. Well, I ended up taking it to Silver Lake, jumping it, and I crushed it. And all the while, I'm thinking, I didn't crush the Jeep. I crushed the oil line, and that's another story in itself. All the while, I'm thinking, why in the hell did I put a 6.4 in this thing when I could have put, like, we have Demon engines in stock. I'm thinking, this is bullshit. So, like, Dave, you got to rip the 6.4 out of here and give me something better. I mean, that's probably our most memorable build because we keep adding to it and changing things up, and I call it the guinea pig sometimes, and sometimes it's the showpiece, and it's got a rich history, and it's my daily, and everybody loves it, so it's kind of
amazing. So, out of curiosity, when you all, what's the percentage? This is just absolute curiosity. What is the percentage of people that buy Jeeps from you all or end up doing something to it, like whether it's a lift, tires, things like that. Do you see a really high percentage because you have that in-house, or is it just sort of like the
I would say
typical?
I would say specifically people that buy Jeep Gladiators or Wranglers from us, because obviously the other ones, you know, they're not going to
Fair
do
enough.
crazy
Yeah.
stuff. I would say over half that buy them from us definitely do something, whether it be a new set of tires or just a bumper, or they get really crazy with it. But like literally everybody that walks in and buys a Gladiator Wrangler at some point will talk to PJ. And I mean, it's the most accessorized vehicle on the planet.
Totally.
But you know they're going to do something, and yeah, and we have so many different options for them to do things. It's really limitless, honestly. Like, you know, we're not focusing on this brand of lights or that brand of wheels. You know, like what do you want? You know, what do you want, and we'll just do it. So.